and welcome back to the Lounge Shop right here in New York City. God, there were so many interesting things going on this past 2 weeks. First of all, the presidential debate. I'm sure you guys have seen it between John McCain and Barack Obama. But let me tell you what's really interesting. Not only did Barack stand toe-to-toe with John McCain on foreign policy, one of the things that people, or those that are against Barack, have saying, oh, he doesn't have the experience, blah, blah, blah. But my man stood, again, toe-to-toe with John McCain. What's even more interesting, guys, and this is something that we can all relate to, if you really look at a person's body language, they can be very dismissive. John McCain, for one, was pretty dismissive. Not only just in terms of avoiding direct contact, but in some of the things that Barack was saying, he would kind of cut him off and kind of make it appear that you have no experience. What I say is the most important thing and the right thing. And isn't that interesting? I mean, it kind of has this, it comes from this kind of nuclear sense or the traditional sense of the patriarch and the family. What they say go, regardless of what they say, or even regardless of how wrong they may be, you have to accept it and kind of roll on. That's what he reminds me of. But guys, think about it in your own lives, the people that you deal with, ladies, for the men in your life, or certain type of men in your life, and you're trying to convey a certain idea, and they can be very dismissive, not necessarily what they say, but just in terms of avoiding eye contact, or a certain body language where they turn from you, not really paying attention to what you're saying, or just hearing certain words and coming back to you with a response, and you're going, that's not what I said. You know what I mean? Moving into 2009, you know what I mean? 2009, it's time. And I don't want to sound like a broken record or all the, the rhetoric that's out right now, but the bottom line is it is time for a change. So, even in your own lives, when people are dismissive, pay attention to the body language. You know what I mean? Just not listening or averting eye contact, or kind of how they stand and how they look at you. Sometimes kind of look at you, look away, or not, or looking past you. But pay attention to those things. And if you do find people are being that way, it doesn't matter what you say. Just kind of stop. It does not matter what you say because they're not listening. Do you know what I mean? And speaking of not listening, guys, there's a piece of information that we don't know if it's true or not, and we did reach out to this camp, but there is a black man claiming to be the real father. There's a gentleman that is saying, and right now it's all over the web, all over YouTube, that he is the proud papa of Bristol's unborn child. So check out this clip, which the most interesting thing is not the fact that he's black, okay? Let's forget about that for just a little moment. Not the fact that he's black, but that this has not been all over the main media. And guys, he actually says that, I know that they don't want me to come out because this may hurt Sarah's chances. Interesting in almost 2009. Think about it. But check out this clip right now.
Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm making this video to silence some of the rumors that have been surfacing about Bristol Palin. Her mom is, of course, the vice presidential nominee for the Republican Party and governor of the great state of Alaska. I am a Los Angeles native. My uncle works on the pipeline, and I was up in Wasilla visiting over the summer, last summer. Got to know Bristol, quite well. We became really good friends, and we dated on and off for the couple of months that I was there. And we were together intimately while I was in Wasilla. Bristol and I conceived a child. The only thing that I will say is that I do want to be a part of my child's life, and the parents have made it quite clear that they don't want me to be around, and they don't want me to be involved with this. They are, I hear, going public with Levi, but as far as me being in my child's life, I very much want to be a part of my child's life. I understand that you went outside of your relationship by being with me during the time that we were together, but it's only right and it's only fair that as a father that I be able to share in my child's life and upbringing.
What did I tell you? Interesting, right? And by the way, we did reach out to this gentleman to get his words, okay? We did want to bring you guys exactly the truth, because we have no idea if he's telling the truth, if he's out for a buck, or if it really is, or if he really is the proud papa. But more on that coming soon. And in keeping with full disclosure, guys, especially with this whole presidential campaign, and not only that, but the whole financial chaos going on Wall Street right now, guys, according to the Keating 5, our boy, or not our boy, but let's just, just bear with me for a moment. But John McCain was cited for a little behavior discrepancy in terms of bad judgment. So you guys have to check out the Keating 5, okay, to see for yourself, because what does that mean for us right now in terms of if he's running for president and if he was cited for bad judgment in something very similar to what's going on Wall Street right now, what does that say about our financial future? And for those of us that likes to buy, designer bags or whatever, what about that discretionary income? Will we have it? I'm just saying, will you be able to buy your own homes or other property that you want? Because the bottom line is we have to have knowledge. You know what I mean? Okay, so we can make the right judgment for ourselves. Hear what I'm saying? For ourselves and our future, as well as those of our family, as well as friends. But sometimes our friends do come to us for advice. I'm just saying, guys, okay, let's keep this real. But anyway, guys, have to run. Make sure you check us out next week for some incredible sex, one of my favorite topics. Not only that, food, another one of my favorite topics, as well as great fashion tips, beauty, and so much more. And guys, as I've been mentioning for the past couple of weeks, The Pretty Thoughts of a Hot Chick, my first book, is coming out next year, February 09. Oh, I'm so excited. And guys, it's going to be a hot book. I promise you. But anyway, guys, I'll check you out next week. And before I go, I'd like to leave you with this thought. You know what? Again, going back to the whole presidential debate, I'm going to leave you with some highlights, some things that I found very interesting, and so will you. So check it out right now. Oh, and ladies, I have a really good tip for you guys. I found this cute mascara. Guess what? Less than $10. As a matter of fact, it's $8 at Sephora, called Too Faced Lash Extension. Only $8. Ladies, you gotta run out and get it, and it's right, in fact, right up there with keeping, your checkbook in balance, you know what I mean? But looking good as well. So guys, I'll see you next week. Live pretty, and check out what's coming up right now. Highlights from the presidential debate. Bye.
A lesson of Iraq?
No, the next president of the United States is not going to have to address the issue as to whether we went into Iraq or not. The next president of the United States is going to have to decide how we leave, when we leave, and what we leave behind. That's the decision of the next president of the United States. Senator Obama said the surge could not work, said it would increase sectarian violence, said it was doomed to failure. Recently on a television program, he said it exceeded our wildest expectations. But yet, after conceding that, he still says that he would oppose the surge if he had to decide that again today. Incredibly, Senator Obama didn't go to Iraq for 900 days and never asked for a meeting with General Petraeus.
Well, let's go with some
Senator
of these
Obama is the chairperson of a committee that oversights NATO that's in Afghanistan. To this day, he's never had a hearing.
What about that
I mean,
point?
it's
That's
remarkable.
All right.
Which point?
Well,
you raised a whole bunch of them.
Well, no. All right, let's go to the latter point and we'll back up. The point about your not having been...
Look, I'm very proud of my vice presidential selection, Joe Biden, who's the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and as he explains, and as John well knows, the issues of Afghanistan, the issues of Iraq, critical issues like that, don't go through my subcommittee because they're done as a committee as a whole. But that's Senate inside baseball. But let's get back to the core issue here. Senator McCain is absolutely right that the violence has been reduced as a consequence of the extraordinary sacrifice of our troops and our military families. They have done a brilliant job, and General Petraeus has done a brilliant job. But understand, that was a tactic designed to contain the damage of the previous 4 years of mismanagement of this war. And so John, you like to pretend like the war started in 2007. You talk about the surge, the war started in 2003. And at the time when the war started, you said it was going to be quick and easy. You said we knew where the weapons of mass destruction were. You were wrong. You said that we were going to be greeted as liberators. You were wrong. You said that there was no history of violence between Shia and Sunni, and you were wrong. And so if the question is the judgment of whether or not, if the question is who is best equipped as the next president to make good decisions about how we use our military, how we make sure that we are prepared and ready for the next conflict, then I think we can take a look at our judgment.